Okay, in the last class we have seen some of the properties of some of the attributes of background. So this is one of the background property that is called background attachment. So this one is used to set whether a background image should scroll with the rest of the page or it should be fixed. So suppose assume that if a document contains a image, okay, if you want the image to be scroll down or scroll up or scroll down, then we can use background attachment property. In order to use this tag, in order to use this attribute, compulsorily we have to put an image in the HTML document. So here observe carefully. So what are the values? What are the different values supported by? What is the attribute name? Background attachment. Okay. So the values supported by background attachment are scroll, fixed, local, and initial. So what is the use of this one? What is the use of scroll? So if you specify the value of the background attachment as scroll, then the image will scroll with the page. So this is the default one, even though if you have not specified any background attachment property for the tag or for that element, okay, for the image. Suppose if you specify it as fixed, then the background image will not scroll with the page. Okay. So here if you there is one more attribute value called local, the background image will scroll with the elements contents. Okay. Let us check how it will be performed. So if you see this code, I have written some heading tag and some 10 paragraph tags or some multiple paragraph tags. Okay. So in order to know whether the image is going to be this one, in order to specify whether the image is going to be fixed or scrolled. So here what I have done, just I have used body tag. In the body tag itself I am including background image. So this is the way how we can insert an image in the body tag as a background for the entire body by using URL. URL means uniform resource locator. So here this is the file name. Okay. So this is the file name. I want to put it as an image. Okay. This is called GIF file. And background repeat property I have used as no repeat. No repeat means it won't repeat throughout the page. If I put it as repeat, then it will repeat horizontally, both horizontal and vertically. So coming to here, I have used background attachment property and its value is scroll. Okay. I will increase the font. So see here, background attachment property, I have used this one. So irrespective of what are the tags that are present in the body tag, just I have kept an image. What is an image? Tree. I want to put some tree as an image, and I am putting that value as 2 not to be repeated. And coming to this one, background attachment. So here I have specified scroll. Scroll means I want to scroll the image whenever I am scrolling the page up and down. So let us see with live server. If you observe carefully, if I am scrolling, the image is also scrolling with the content. Okay, but if I am giving this value as fixed, what will happen now? Let us see what is the change. Observe carefully. Earlier it is image is scrolled, but here image is going to be fixed. So that is the difference between scroll and fixed. If you give local also, what will happen? The content will be scrolled, the image will be scrolled or not depending upon the content element whether it is going to be scrolled up or not. So here as the elements are going to scrolled, so automatically image should also be scrolled. Okay. So this is one thing. And if I want to just show you background repeat, what it will happen? Please see. If I give repeat X, what will happen now? Only the image will be repeated horizontally. Okay. If I give Y, then vertically it will be repeated. Please see. So this is the usage of background image, how to repeat. If you don't want to repeat it, then you can put it as no repeat. What is the value? No hyphen repeat. Okay. So please see. only one time it will be displayed. Okay, so background image. So this is the way how to use this background attachment. So the main use of background attachment property is to specify whether the image which you are putting as a background image is to be scrolled along with the content when you scroll up or scroll down the web page. If you want to fix it, you have to use the value as fixed. If you want to scroll, you have to use the value as scroll. The default value is scroll. Okay. So this is about this thing. And coming to, we have already seen background image repeat property. I already told you repeat. Repeat means the image will be repeated horizontally and vertically throughout the entire web page. Repeat X means it will repeat only horizontally. Repeat Y means it will repeat, the image will be repeated or will be displayed multiple times only vertically. No repeat means no repeat. There will be no repetition, only one time it will be displayed. Space. So the background image is repeated as much as possible without clipping. The first and last image is pinned to either of the element and white space distributed evenly between the images. Suppose if I use space, what will happen? Please see here. So one space will be, repetition is common, but there will be space. Okay. But earlier, suppose if you use repeat, what will happen? Okay. Okay, earlier it was only 5, now it is going to 6. Observe carefully. If you use repeat means it will repeat without any spacing. Observe carefully here. But if you use space, what will happen? Only 6. With space, it is going to repeat across the horizontal direction and vertical direction. Okay. So now let us go with this one. This image repeated switched over, stretched to fill the space, no gaps. I think you understand about the space. If you use space, there will be space between horizontal and vertical direction. Okay, there is a change here. Here 7 images are there, but when you are coming to this one, seven images there. So this is the way how to use this background repeat property. And if you want to position the image also, you can position the position of the background images. Suppose if you use the background position image, so what will happen? Then you have to remove this repeat property. Why we have to remove this repeat property? Because in order to understand background position. Okay, what are the values you can give? Sorry, I have to save this one. What are the different values supported by this one? Left to bottom, left to top. I think it was not saved properly. Once again, we will go. is a saving program. Okay, so in that way, even though I have removed repeat property is going to repeat. So, okay, next one we will see about background attachment is over. Next one, border. So yesterday class I already discussed you about when you are specifying the border, the first value is in pixel, okay, and second value is style, like dotted, dashed, grooved, like that, okay, and border color is like any color of your wish, okay. So if you see this, if you want to specify specifically border left color, border left style, border left width, like that for all corners. So four things are there: left, right, border left, right, and border top, bottom. Okay, left, right, top, bottom. Four things we can adjust all the three parameters: width, style, color. So border top means it will specify the top border top width. Okay, so border top width, border top style, border top color. Okay. If you want to specify only the color of the border of the top portion only, then we can set using border top color. Okay. So let us look at with example. Please see here. So what is given here? How many tags are there? H1 tag and div tag is there. For H1 tag, what I have used: border style blue, border color red, and border width is 12. But border div tag, what I have used: dashed. Please see here, red color, and this one is dashed. Instead of dash, you can, or instead of blue, you can give some dotted. Okay, it will work. Please see. Okay. Similarly, if you want to specify some size like some 25 pixel, it will work. And if I want to change the color, I can change the color like violet. Then what will happen? Please. Okay, so it is automatically affecting this one. Next, suppose if I want to here I have not specified any. Here I have specified border style as dashed. Okay, so he is giving dashed. Okay, right. So this is the content I mentioned in this. So if I want to mention width and height, please see here. Width suppose 25 pixel. Width 45 pixel and height some 65 pixel. Okay, right. Then what will happen? Please see. So it was changed. Okay, if you want to put some 150. Okay, if you want to set the background color for this one, you can set the background color. We have already seen background color. Some pink I am giving. Okay, whether it is going to change or not? Yes. If you want to give some other color, so pink. Okay, or else some green color I am giving. Green color. What will happen? Green color border. So if I want to make this development or make this some item to display as a circle or with some rounded corner, then I have to use another attribute called border radius. Okay. Border radius means if you fix 15 pixel, what will happen? Please see. The corner is going to change. Border radius. Okay. Suppose if I give 150 pixel, what will happen? Okay. What will happen? Suppose in percentage also you can specify. If I give percentage, what will happen? It is looking like a oval. Okay. Suppose if I am giving some 250, what will happen now? So similarly we can apply all these styles using this for any tag, that is your wish. Okay, so next one, okay, this one is background position. If you want to, this is another example. Okay, so here what are the things we have? One heading tag, one div tag. Okay, so for these things what I have given, for div tag I have specified ID class selector. So with the ID selector, how can you specify? We have to give hash followed by ID name, and what is the height, what is the border, padding. Okay, here we have to look at padding. What is meant by padding? Padding means, so my div tag, where is my div tag here? So this is called div tag. Padding means the space between the actual content and the border of the div tag, border of the element or border of the component. Suppose if I am giving the padding as some 205. Okay, what is the change you are getting? Please see. Please see here. Okay, so that is called padding. Okay, and if you want to specify margin also, you can specify margin. So I am decreasing this one. Just I am giving some 21 as a padding. Okay, and you can specify margin also. Okay, margin. So whenever you have specified padding like only one value, it will be set for all the top, right, left, top, right, bottom and left corner, left edges. Okay, similarly margin. Okay, I am suppose giving some 25 pixels. Okay, so margin will be automatically set to this one. Okay, so there is a change. Observe carefully. Okay. So if I am giving, suppose I want to put margin only for left, margin left. Okay, I can use margin left, and I can use some 35. What will happen? Please see here. Okay, only for left only the margin left will be there. Okay, similarly I can specify padding top. What will happen? Padding top I am giving it as some 45. What will happen now? Okay, so the space between the border and the content will be increased. Okay, so what is margin? Margin means, okay, when you are looking here, okay, I have used margin left. Left means, so for this development, so what is the space I have given? What margin left of how many pixels I have specified here? 25 pixels. So from the left side of the document or the entire window, it is going to leave that margin space. What are the space or what are the pixels that you have specified here? Okay, right. So this is about. So similarly, you can specify like this. If you want to specify all the 4 margins. Okay, the first one is 25 pixel. This one is top. 12 pixel is right, and 35 pixel is bottom, and some 15 pixel is top, right, bottom, left. Okay, now let us see how it will. Okay, you may not find many changes here. Okay, let us give this one as 1 or 2. Okay, please see here, margin. Here there is a margin, because what I have specified, 25 from left hand side, right hand side 1 or 2 pixel, from bottom 35, left 15. So suppose if I give 150, what will happen? So there is a change. Observe carefully. Earlier one and this one. Okay. So in this way we have to set the margin or background margin or padding for any element. Okay, so that is all about the margin box modeling. Okay, so if you want to see box modeling, okay, FSD examples. So box modeling, this is also another one. Okay, if you want to see this in live server. Okay, now let us go with this one, what is called Git. Okay, what is meant by Git and all these things we will see. Okay, Git. Okay, first of all, what is meant by Git? Okay, uh, right. So the main use of Git is okay, Git. What is Git? Git is a version control. What is version control? Okay. So if you see for in a software company, multiple developers will work for a project. Okay, they will be developing their individual modules, and there will be project manager. Okay, but many times the code will has to be approved by the manager, and it should be finally taken into account. Okay, so here when multiple developers are going to be developed, and they are going to work on